What's up, Solar Warriors? Today is Tuesday, April 9th, 2024. My name is Jarrett McAllister, the virtual Solar Pro, and this is Powur Hitter's Solar Warrior Tribe training. Happy Tuesday, everybody. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the videos, drop a comment because it helps out the algorithm, and then share it with your fellow solarpreneurs. Tom, Cotter, how are your eyes? Can you still see? We are just coming off a once-in-a-lifetime event, although it seems to happen every few years. Yeah, how was the eclipse on
Didn't look at
in
the
your part
sun
of the
directly
country?
yesterday, so my eyes are good. No car crashes, no strange religious events, no strange insects, terrorist attacks, anything like that. We're all good here in Kansas City. We still got
Excellent.
good
Well,
barbecue.
yeah. According
Although
to
I will say, it was a bad idea for my daughter to think that she was gonna bake cookies yesterday in our solar oven outside during the eclipse. It was not the best use time for the solar oven.
oh man, the power dip on those chocolate chips, or
Yes, which
yeah,
basically disproves solar. So I'm wondering if we should even be here right now because solar probably doesn't work.
obviously it doesn't. But somehow we all got suckered into this and truly believe it with all our hearts because it does work. It's the absolute truth. And no, that was an incredible event. I loved seeing everybody's photos on social media, a lot of funny memes. No, it was good times. Up in my neck of the woods in the Pacific Northwest, we got, I don't know, maybe 15-20%. And as I was telling you earlier, it was literally covered by overcast and pine trees. I didn't see a single thing, barely even knew it was there. But with that said, really quick, I would like to give a special shout out to my youngest daughter, Sierra Jane McAllister, who, as of today, is 4 years old. So happy birthday, baby girl. Daddy loves you. She is probably the craziest of all my children. She's the one that gets into mommy and daddy's drawers, opens up things that she's not supposed to, climbs on stuff that she shouldn't, where her other siblings were never like that. It's always the last one that gets you, right? So, anyways, happy birthday, baby girl.
Takes
What's
after
that?
her dad.
Yeah. Yeah, the other ones definitely get it from their mom. Luckily, they get all their good looks from their mom. That's a blessing in itself. So let's go ahead and kick off today's training like we do every single week, and that's with your guys' success stories. So if you helped a homeowner go solar over this past week, raise your hand. We'd love to hear about it. We have tons of wins going on. We're going to recap Masterclass from last week, which is a huge win for the entire company. But Chris, Mr. Collier, I see your hand raised. Is that a hot dog stand out inside of a Home Depot that you're standing at, or where are you?
Yes, absolutely. I'm slinging hot dogs. Hey, I want to say, first of all, congratulations, Mr. Jarrett McAllister, for making Leadership Council. That was a big announcement from Masterclass. So that is freaking awesome. And that comes with the extra 250 stock options. So congratulations, man. That's badass. First time ever, and first time of many, I'm sure.
Thank you, brother. I really, really appreciate that. It wasn't until just yesterday during our Monday call that I found out it was about 250 stock options, where our evaluation right now pre-IPO is about like $9-10 a share. So do the math on that's like $2,500, just a little bonus for kicking ass and taking names and being added to leadership, which is a true honor.
Yeah,
because
super awesome. So congrats. And I don't want to say a win, but I want to give a public acknowledgement and shout out because it's now officially announced. It's public knowledge. We are now the official solar and battery storage provider in all of the Home Depots nationwide. So that's huge. And I just want to say that my wife is kicking ass. She is such a freaking animal. She's taken on all of our 9 stores to staff, train, onboard, working night and day. I mean, it's insane the amount of hours she's putting in. So if you swipe to the left and find her, you'll see her. She's just kicking ass. She's an animal, absolute beast. And she, whatever I do pales in comparison to what she's doing now. So huge, man, I picked a winner. I couldn't have, I definitely married up. So babe, you're awesome. And I love you.
And now I get to say that I married Janine, right? Is that true, Chris? Wait, no, that's
That's true. You married us on the beach, Tom.
I married both of you.
Actually, you
Yeah,
married
you married
both of
both
them,
of
Tom, and that's kind of
Okay.
that's weird when you say it like that, but it
It's
is
a little
true.
bit.
Are we
it's a
the
little
first
bit
power
weird.
throuple?
Oh,
I am so happy for you, Chris and Janine, and Chris, you married up, you did well. Janine, you're an animal. I mean, it's like Chris has his very own Irene, working with him, right?
Also working inside the freaking store. She's manning I should say, womaning the kiosk. It's freaking unbelievable what she's doing, you guys. She is just beast mode times 10.
no, that's awesome. Janine, great job. I think the most impressive thing is trying to keep this wild man under control and focused. But no, you guys are crushing it in this Home Depot. We're going to get more into that here in just a second. Thanks for bringing it up. But the partnership between Sunnova, Home Depot, and Powur, and the leads that are generated and the opportunity for our sellers is next level. So great job to the both of you. Absolutely crushing. And it's just the beginning, you guys, just the beginning. So awesome. Mr. Jared Foster, what's up, Solar Champion? How are you?
Sure.
Doing well, doing well. Well, as you can see, I just got my shirt in, so it was honored to receive that. I guess that for hitting the 10X mode here that I got last week. So super excited about that. And you know what? Don't worry about your daughter. All you've got is another Aries. You got an Aries right here in the house. April 15th coming up. I'll be in Mexico City. Bam, bam. And but anyway, share a couple of wins. Last week, I was able to meet with a broker, and I brought in two brand new real estate agents on the team. We're getting them set up. They're already going through the tier 1 training, and we're going to start fast tracking them to bringing in some business. And then also too, I'm excited that coming from his vacation in Hawaii, I have a new member coming on board. His name is Jesse Lopez, who is on this call right now while he's in vacation in Hawaii, and he's coming back. Already has his HIS. He'd been doing solar in the past. He runs a real estate team here at our local market. Me and my wife has been friends with his wife, and we've been family friends for quite some time. I took him out to lunch. I said, it's time to come over to the right side and really get it done. So he's super excited. I'm super excited that he's on this call right now, because his goal is to be you, Jarrett. He wants to be able to be the next mutual solar, king out there. And so I'm excited that he gets to be here and experience what you do in the flesh. So I thank you for your leadership.
Thanks, brother. And man, kicking ass, taking names as always. And you know what? There's just one thing you got to do if you want to become a virtual solar pro, and that's show up on these Tuesday trainings, powerhitterzoom.com, 10 a.m. Pacific every single Tuesday. So great job on all your success. Congratulations on your first 10 deals. Jared, correct me if I'm wrong. You're not from the solar industry, right? You came over from real estate?
No. I did come from a short term, I've only been in solar for about 3 years. I'm the owner of Solar. So I'm an enterprise with Powur. But
enterprise. Okay. Gotcha.
But all of my business comes from real estate, the real estate industry. So
best ambassador lead source. If you don't know, now you do. Great job, brother. All right, man. Chance. I see your name, but I'd love to see your beautiful face. Why don't you come on camera, bro?
I can't turn my camera on today, but you and I both have a win from Friday and Saturday from our most recent ambassador that signed up. We got his parents to sign up with a new lease and got everything rolling. So be a good one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got to love that. You take care of one, then they refer you to their family members. They refer you to their friends. And they took advantage of a Sunnova lease, 2.9% escalator, all the power they need, saving about 70, 80 bucks a month in Florida, where, electricity is only 18, 19 cents a kilowatt hour, but it's a winning proposition. They trusted Chance. They loved what we have to offer. And now we're helping out the entire family. So great job, brother.
Thank you. You as well.
You got it. You got it. Walter, my man. What's up, bro?
Hey, how you doing, Garrett?
Good,
I'd
brother.
like to share that a couple months I joined the BNI local here in San Fernando Valley in Los Angeles. And yesterday I had my first lead presentation and close. So I'm very happy with this group.
Love it. Love it. And it came from BNI?
BNI, man. First one
You've heard me
after
say
2
it
months.
before. It works if you work it.
Yes,
So-
definitely. And
And
one
if
of the
you got-
most important keys is that you are concerned more on give. And that's what when I joined the BNI, I was more interested in how I can help them looking for leads. Man, everything else now is coming up to me.
Love it. Yes. Giver's gain, bro. Giver's gain. And you know what? That's just how life is, just in general. The more you give yourself, the more you will receive. Don't do
Definitely.
it because you're going to receive. It just happens. It's,
Mhm.
you know, law of attraction, law of the universe. Be a servant and it will come back 10x. Great job, brother.
Thank you, bro.
All right. Reed, what you got? Reed, you're on mute. You got your hand raised? You coming on? You got to hit the unmute button, brother. We'll give it a second. You figure out how to do it. There you go.
go. Fine. No, it wouldn't come off. Sorry about that.
Great.
And everything. I've got a couple of presentations coming up, so I'm excited about that.
Awesome. Great job. And let me ask you a question. How did you generate these presentations or these appointments? What lead source?
I had ambassador.
An ambassador? And was this just a friend, a realtor, or where are these referrals from friends or clients?
Friends, yeah.
Friends.
Most of my ambassadors are either family or friends.
Love it.
And I had one friend that said that she doesn't know anything about solar and didn't want to do it, and she signed up, and so then the next day she calls me and she says, "Oh, our neighbor or wants to go solar. Come out here and talk to him." Had the other ambassador or said, "I don't want to do it," and I said, "Hey, you're my friend. Would you do it?" She calls me up the next day and says, "Hey, my neighbor has a $2,000 a month or bill. Get out here." And I says, "How did you find out that he had a 200 or 2,000 a month bill?" And he says, "Well, his bill came to my house, and I about died when I opened it up."
Wow. Yeah, it looks like you got a killer opportunity right there, brother. So good luck on that one and many more to come, man. So good job.
Thank you.
All right. You got it. Richard Martinez, we'll wrap it up with you, and then I'll share one, and then we'll move on to the topic of the week.
So my first install went in yesterday. My first install went in yesterday. I got one just got permit back, and the second one permit back is on Friday. So those two should be installed. So I got 3 installs coming in. So killing it. Loving it.
Nice. Where did those leads come from?
Talking to people.
Just talking to people, networking.
Yeah. A lot of parent coaches and stuff like that. I talked to a lot of them. So,
dude, I'm telling you, that's the secret sauce of success.
Yep.
You literally, if you make solar part of your lexicon, and every time you're out and about, you're talking to people, everybody goes, "What do you do?" You tell them, "I do solar. I help families make transition over to renewable energy and save thousands of dollars a year in the process. And it can do it all at zero money out of pocket." Really? Yeah. And if you know anybody who's looking to go solar, I actually pay $1,000 referral.
Mhm.
Don't ask them if they want it. Just tell them that you have a great referral program. And what are they going to say? They're going to go, "Well, what about me? Could you hook me up?"
Yeah.
Of course I can hook you up. Send me over your bill. I'll happily give you a free energy savings report. No, that's awesome, man. Great job, bro.
Thank you.
Cool. I helped a fellow Power member yesterday close a deal. I don't want to get into that one right now. What I want to talk about is my win last week on my podcast. Let me ask you guys something. Have you ever heard of a gentleman by the name of Jake Hess? Anybody? Show of hands, right? The founder, owner, CEO of SolarCon, the world's largest solar convention out there. The producer of the Good Energy Show, the legend, Jake Hess. Well, on Wednesday, he came onto the podcast and we had an hour, 20 hour, 30 long conversation, in depth, high level. And it was freaking awesome. It's now live on the Virtual Solar Pro podcast. You can check it out on Spotify, which the video is on there, Apple Podcasts, and it's also on the YouTube channel. So I wanted to go ahead and share that with you guys. For everybody on here, I'm going to drop that link. It is a can't miss conversation. You will absolutely enjoy it. So just put that in the comments. Go and check that out. Jake Hess on the Virtual Solar Pro podcast. So, all right. With that being said, thank you everybody for sharing your wins. We love hearing them every single week, man. The positive vibes, the good energy. It is infectious and contagious, and we thrive off of it. So great job there. Let's move on. Tom, is there any events coming up over the next week or anything that you would like to highlight?
Let me look at my calendar here.
Are you looking at powercalendar.com?
What did we say we wanted to talk about today? We got so much going on. I already forgot. What one thing are we highlighting today? Did we
know
decide?
what? Let's talk about one important event. And that's something that you can find this event and all on powercalendar.com. And that is TPO.
There
right?
we go. That's what we talked about.
That's
TPO.
what we talked about.
And what does TPO stand for? Third party ownership. Which is power purchase agreements and leases.
That's correct. And let's talk about our exclusive TPO partner, Sunnova, here in just a second. But if you want to learn about PPAs, about leases, the benefits, the differences, the advantages, show up to the trainings. It's every single week with Rachel McDonald, and Jay Balabat comes on from Sunnova, and they're going to teach you about TPO products and how to position yourself against the competition with these key advantages. You know, our old friend Solar Lily on Facebook, a lot of you guys probably know her. She's kind of a solar legend in the social media game. She posted a question. She said, what percentage of your sales are TPO right now? And I would say it's like 70% for me, 75, could be 80, somewhere around there. I'm leading with it every single time. It's just a winning proposition. And I'll be the first to admit I was a little bit behind in offering it because I didn't understand it as well. I was a pure ownership guy. And it wasn't until I educated myself to where I could intelligently offer it to my homeowners and they see the value in it. I started not closing more deals, Larry, but I started helping more homeowners go solar. So definitely check it out. We just wanted to highlight this one event. So put it on your calendar and you can find it and more, this event, at powercalendar.com. Make sure you guys have that bookmark. So, all right. With that being said, let's go ahead and move on. We had an incredible masterclass last Wednesday. If you weren't there, I don't even know what the heck you were doing. Maybe you had a prior engagement, but this is literally when we have these quarterly meetings, it's a drop everything, what you have going on, rearrange your schedule and make sure you're on it because all the announcements, everything that we have cooking. I mean, everything from product launches to special events. We're talking about new things with the compensation. We talked about new lead gen, and Jonathan freaking Budd pretty much did like the whole show. And, our fearless leader, CEO, he makes you want to run through a brick wall for this guy. His energy is infectious. So let's just go over some of the things we, you know, a recap outline. So first and foremost, probably one of the most exciting things was the Tesla Powerwall 3 launch. Tesla Powerwall 3 is an absolute game changer of a battery. It's, first of all, the pricing, what is it, like 30% less than the competition? It has the technology of a meter collar that is going to prevent MPUs, which we know can totally switch up. You know, I mean, it could delay a project. It adds unnecessary cost to a project. This thing is slick, smooth, extremely powerful, and the cost is ridiculous. So the fact that we're able to offer this now on the Power platform, which already has the most competitive pricing out there, once again, the competition cannot win when they go up against Power. Tom, would you like to go over some key highlights about Powerwall 3, some things that you like?
Yeah, I just put it in the chat as well, just for everybody so you have it. But, you know, the highlights are complete energy independence. Powerwall is whole home backup. I know that we're used to selling batteries and it not being whole home backup if it's one battery. But Powerwall 3 allows us to do that. So an uninterrupted power supply, even during grid outages. It's got advanced monitoring and control. Customers can, you know, remotely monitor and manage their energy system. So Tesla has a really slick, you know, storage app. And it's, you know, on the training with Stuart this last Thursday, I said, you know, it's kind of like the ludicrous mode of storage. It just up levels the whole storage industry, you know, for us immediately, partially because, you know, it's got a high capacity and efficiency. So, you know, up to 20 kilowatts DC of solar support and 11.5 AC continuous power per unit. It really is a game changer in our industry. You know, Tesla is doing office hours the second and fourth Thursday on powercalendar.com at 12 p.m. Pacific or 3 p.m. Eastern. This last Thursday, Stuart did a training for about an hour and then hung out for about another half hour with us, longer than expected, just to answer questions. So would definitely recommend being a part of that to learn more about the Powerwall 3. I've talked to a couple different installers now, and most of them said that about 70% of their installs are, you know, with the new tech, you can avoid a main panel upgrade with about 70% of the installation. So it doesn't completely eliminate that, but it significantly reduces them. And so as a part of this rollout, effective yesterday, April 8th, except in Hawaii, we're sunsetting the Powerwall 2. Powerwall 3 is available in Vision now, not Solo, but Vision. And, you know, if you are paying attention in Power Pioneers Facebook group or to your team announcements, you're seeing people are selling these. So the other thing I'll mention is, you know, Powerwall 3 is not yet available with TPO products. PPAs. Oh, let's definitely mute
That
Tammy.
was Tammy. It's all
We're
good.
gonna start charging people that come off mute, I think, Jarrett. So no TPO with Powerwall 3 yet, but it's coming. Okay. Anything else that you wanted to throw in here, Jarrett?
Absolutely. Couple things. One, the homeowner that we helped out last night got 2 of these bad boys on his home. So he's set up there, and I will let you guys know when comparing it to other battery options, it was definitely the cheaper of the 3. Like it was about $3,000 less for backup compared to SolarEdge and Enphase. So, which is great, you guys, because you know me, I'm an Enphase fanboy. Some people prefer SolarEdge. Obviously, Franklin is badass, but even when comparing it to that, it was a lot less expensive. A couple things. One to know is when you select a Tesla battery, it has its own inverter. And they have this new version of a string inverter, and it's based off of 6 different segments. You could break it up so a little bit of shade doesn't affect the whole array. I just highly recommend you guys train yourselves on it. You know, get out there, learn, understand how it works, the key advantages, and do know it is going to make it tricky selling in the beginning, because what did I just say? TPO is what? 70%, 80%. Some people just, Christopher Collier does 99%, but you can't offer it with TPO as of yet. I like to give my homeowners options, and I really don't want to sell them on the product and then knowing that I can't offer it to them on TPO. So you kind of got to think about your strategy about how you want to present it. If you know you're going in with the lease, do not bring it up. But the one last night was purchase. So we brought it up and it made sense. He was able to take advantage of it. But yeah, I think you said what, second Tuesday and Thursday of the month. Go on Power Calendar. They're going to be doing office hours. Get in there, learn, and we'll probably have them on in the upcoming weeks here. Maybe have them do a deep dive with the team here. So
and what you're looking at now is the different markets that the backup switch is available in. So this is you can either install Powerwall 3 with the backup switch or a gateway. Backup switch is what avoids a main panel upgrade and allows for this to be significantly lower, thousands of dollars lower cost than Franklin, Enphase, or SolarEdge storage. But that backup switch has to be approved by the utility before we can install it. So you can see the list on the screen right now of the utilities that have approved that. If it is not currently in an approved utility for that backup switch, know that Tesla is talking to every utility in the country and expects them to approve that soon. Southern California Edison should be coming in.
That's exactly, that's the one I saw that I noticed is not of the big 3 in California, is not on that list.
It should be coming within a month or 2, maybe, hopefully. But Tesla expects, and what they said on the training on Thursday was that, expect the whole United States to be lit up as approved in 12 months. So slowly they're adding all the utilities in for approval.
Awesome. Very cool. But yeah, huge announcement, you guys. So that was awesome. And Power just keeps getting better.
And for those of you who are solar OGs and have sold things like Sunny Boys and Fronius, we get to circle back. It's like Back to the Future. We get to go back to MPPTs, since that's what what the Tesla Powerwall 3 is. It's storage and inverter built into one unit. Again, much lower cost and much more simple to install. I posted the link in the chat for the Tesla page, Powerwall 3 page in Knowledge Base, so make sure you check that. This is going to be the biggest innovation in the solar industry since a very long time ago. Microinverters, optimizers were definitely advances in the industry. Getting back 15 years ago, one of the biggest advances in solar was financing. It wasn't actually on the technology side. It was on the financing side of things with PPAs, leases, loans. All of that helped to catapult the adoption of solar. And in markets like California, this is going to help us to, install solar on more homes, save people more money and have, great systems. It's not going to work every time, but it will work many of the time to avoid a main panel upgrade.
Yeah. And, one last note I will say on that, when it comes to battery and technology, we are far from the peak, right? Like solar panels, the advancements over the past 3-4 years, right? It's kind of like iPhones these days. It gets a little bit better, a little bit faster. But it's like, how much more can you do to it? When it comes to batteries, you guys, we have so much room for improvement, and this is lighter, more powerful, less expensive, better technology. And it's just going to further that with the competition that's out there. So I love to see it. But yeah, it is a huge advancement in our industry. All right, moving on. Power World has announced the theme for this year in Orlando, Florida, September 19th through 21st. Get ready to ascend. Rise to your potential. It is the biggest event of the year. It is a can't miss. We have had a ton of fun, blast last year. And then this year we're taking it to the East Coast. So as you guys can see, lightning strikes, we have panels, power talks, there's sponsorship breakouts. Last year, SolarEdge, Enphase, Franklin, they all had their own little breakouts where you could go there and specialize your learning. We're going to have product launches, platform enhancements, world-class training and content. Of course, there's networking, and you get to hang out with us live in person. So that's always a ton of fun, seeing everybody walking up to me saying, "You're the treadmill guy. It's the treadmill guy." That's always so fun to do that in person.
And
But-
VIP Day is back on the 19th. It's going to be the first half of the day. If you were not a part of that last year, you may have the chance to participate this year with leadership, strategy sessions, mental restoration, and really, it was really cool just to be able to not have a whole lot of programming and just hang out with people, right? That you don't get to see too often. So that cross-pollination between leaders was pretty good this last year. And here's what the 3 days look like over Orlando. Thursday starting out with the VIP day. That is invite only, and then we really kick things off for everyone with power breakouts in the afternoon. And then the business presentation that you can invite people to in Orlando is that evening. So it's like a power hour on the first night of the convention. So if you want to start looking on LinkedIn, for say, or Facebook or other social media about business people that you want to connect with and work with in your power business, whether that's real estate, roofing, solar contractors, solar sales orgs, whoever that might be, start to think about making a list of people that you want to recruit, but also for the people that don't get in time, invite them to the power hour in person. We can have a room full of all of us and all of your guests. It's a great thing to invite them to. And I wanted to say one other thing. Don't fly in Thursday morning. Fly in Wednesday, maybe, or even Tuesday. Orlando is there's a ton of stuff to do there. And if you fly in at the last minute, if there's a flight delay or a cancellation, you could miss something really important. So plan to get there Wednesday, maybe even Tuesday. And think about, if you are building a team, maybe you want to get together with your team ahead of time, or maybe you want to stay a day after and go to Disney World together, go to the beach together, do something together as a team while you're all there. Jarrett, you want to talk about Friday?
Yeah, well, Friday, as you can see, early bird wellness activities. In the morning, they are going to start the general session. That's lightning strikes, keynotes, panels. So it's just going to kick off, right, with the running shoes on. In the afternoon, power breakouts, as you can see that. But this part is the highlight kind of the weekend for a lot of us, and that is the Soul Awards. It is a black tie event where Power honors and recognizes top producers, leadership, achievements over the past year. And it is a can't miss event. It truly is. It's the best of the best getting recognized, and Power knows how to put on a party. Last year we did Power's Got Talent, where somewhere in the archives, I think you can find a recording of that. Wally Irita he came out dressed as Elvis, was one of the acts, which was impressive. But my man, Ramsey Clark, stole the freaking show. it was a sight to be seen. He is the reigning champion. But yeah, so that, and that's, they're switching that up. That's a Friday night event. I believe that was Saturday last year, but that's going to be Friday. And then Saturday, you know, going to wrap it up with mindfulness activity in the morning, hopefully not too early because the gala was the night before. And then it's going to be general session from 9 to 6 o'clock, more events, more speakers, more launches. It really is a can't miss though. And I'll tell you this, here's the secret to Power World and these events and team building. The leader with the biggest team at these events wins. That's it. You win. The more team members that you can get to an event like this, it will literally 10x your business in every single way possible. Because, you know, you could show up personally and you could get fired up and excited and so much, you know, new cool stuff and enhancements and products. And you're just like, yeah. But imagine if you had, you know, a team of 3 or 5 people or 10 or 50 people all feeling that way on your team. It's going to, you know, your business is going to explode. So I think you're going to get to it maybe on this next slide, but tickets are available now to purchase, early bird pricing. And if you're a leader, get yourself a 10-pack. Get them for your team members. Do not let them missing this event. It's not an option, right? It is a small investment into your business for 10x returns. It's an unforgettable time. So you guys can scan the QR code right there. Go ahead and take advantage of this pricing. It is only good through May 3rd. So I got this pricing. I mean, literally at the end of the event, I got a 10-pack of tickets for my team. Got it with the gala. You know, we're all going to show up there, black tie. But yeah, make sure you get yourself one. But if you have a team, reward them for all their hard work that they put in and get yourself a 10-pack of tickets. That's so ridiculously low. I mean, look at that pricing.
And if you joined during our big wave promo this last month, you know, you can get in for, you know, you weren't here when we had our early bird pricing, so you can actually get that pricing. So you can get gala pricing and general admission for $249. And you can use the code BIGWAVE2024 when you purchase that ticket and get that price.
Yep.
Very
100%. Do it now. All right.
Garrett, what did you think about the all-in program? That was that a surprise for you? There was some surprise things thrown in for me there.
It was a surprise for me, but can I just be honest? I fucking love it because I am all in. Okay. Like I was like, you're just going to reward me for being me. Hell to the, yeah, let's freaking go. Yeah. So Powur, you guys, is a platform. It's a platform that you are able to, you know, sell solar and other offerings, 35 plus states, and do it all virtually and build a team. It's the greatest platform that's ever been invented. And it's never been about, like, Powur has never been like, hey, you got to only sell here. There are other dealerships that want you, that actually make sure that you're exclusive. You cannot sell with anyone else. Well, when you're a decentralized platform, it's all about freedom, right? Last thing you want to do is restrict somebody's freedom. And I tell people all the time that are with other solar companies, I said, listen, you don't have to quit your day job where you're at. Powur is just, it's another arrow in your quiver. You know, you might not be able to offer your clients solar in another state, where with Powur, you're able to provide them and not have to give it away on a referral somewhere else. A lot of benefits of having Powur. But with that being said, they do want to honor and kind of hook up those of us that are all in and exclusive with Powur. So what does that mean? What does being exclusive with Powur mean? Well, that means that you, in markets that Powur is active in, that you would only sell through Powur. Do you have to do this? No. but if you do, you get hooked up with some pretty cool stuff. Tom, next
Yeah,
slide.
this isn't a chance for an exclusive relationship with Powur. And what you get for that is an official Powur email address, recognition on Powur Hour and major stage events, and exclusive access to corporate lead programs and business growth initiatives. So as we go through this, this is the swag you get. Just like Jared's 10x shirt that he showed earlier when we were sharing wins. You get to brand yourself as being all in with Powur. And this is a list. So annual stock options, you get visibility on stage events, studio, and recordings that we create for whether it's trainings or knowledge base or university. You can get invited to be a part of those things, which imagine if you got invited to be a part of creating a video that all new tier 1 sellers are going to see in Powur University. So every tier 1 seller sees you talking about that training topic in Powur University. You get access to exclusive programs through lead generation initiatives and ambassador lead program. And you show up for Powur Pair. So when a seller goes into Powur Pair and searches for a tier 3 partner in Fresno, California, then if you are in this program, then you can show up and they can tag you. You can use that to generate leads for yourself as well. And of course, like we talked about earlier, the chance to join the Leadership Council, branding perks, all the swag that we showed you, and you can get an email at powur.com, which is pretty dang cool, right? What
That's
this
pretty
looks like for
awesome.
stock
Yeah.
rewards, 500 options or 1,500 options based on your annual install volume. What do you think about the stock options, Jared?
All right, you guys, let's be real here. 15 personal projects, it's barely one a month. 500 options. You guys, it's like $10. We have an IPO right now. That's a $5,000 bonus for being all in. If you get to 25 on top, which once again, we're talking 2 sales a month, 1,500 options, add a 0 to that. That's $15,000 bonus, you guys, in options. That's incredible. That's huge opportunity. And like I said, for those of us who are all in, who are committed, I don't know why you would actually sell solar anywhere else in a market that Powur is currently active in. But if you're not, why wouldn't you sign up for this? So there are a couple other caveats and things. So does this talk about it right here? Yeah. So no public involvement in other network marketing activities, no residential solar sales, as we just talked about, in Powur and markets that Powur is not active in. You need to maintain a minimum of 1 sale a month average in a previous rolling 6-month period. So you might have a month that you didn't sell one, but if you sold 2 or 3 in 1 month, that's going to keep your average up. And then in order to be eligible for this is you need to have met 15 personal sales in the previous 12 months, or if you're new to Powur, you can demonstrate sales outside of Powur that show this requirement, which that's kind of interesting, or 30 total personal or partnered sales in the previous 12 months if you're an existing Powur seller. And if you want if you're looking for the email, which is pretty cool. I know everybody gets kicked off or gets a violation because they put Powur in their made up email address. Now you don't have to. For $15 a month, you can get an official company email, and that covers that. So if you're looking to go all in, go ahead, scan the QR code right now. Take advantage of it. I did it as soon as I freaking could because, yeah, as you guys know, I am all in with Powur. I don't think there's any reason not to be.
Yeah, and one of the questions was, how do we do this? How do we go all in? Well, scan this code and fill out the form, and this goes live on May 3rd. So coming up not too far from now.
Yep, absolutely. And also, it was also in the MasterCap email. There was also a link in there if you want to do it from your computer.
Yeah, and
So.
it's also on the knowledge base page, which I put in the chat as well.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Tier 3 certification is live. So as you can see, it was tested for tier 2 sellers, or no, after being a tier 2 seller for at least 30 days and closing on your 4th personal deal without a tier 3 partner, you'll become eligible to take the tier 3 certification course from Powur University. Upon completing the certification and your 5th tier 2 sale, then you'll be on the path to tier 3 status. You'll learn more about the requirements of becoming a tier 3 in the course, and you can find out more in Knowledge Base. This is a brand new certification that they came out. It is required for becoming a tier 3. I know a lot of the OG tier 3s on the platform have taken it. I'll be the first to admit I have not gone back and done it, but it is on my list of things to do. And I'm looking forward to it. You know, I like to think of myself as a badass tier 3. Probably could have wrote the script myself, but I'm looking forward to taking it because I'm sure there's some things I'm going to learn in there. Tommy, your thoughts on the new certification?
No, plan this out. It doesn't take that long to go through it. It's going to be required for all existing tier 3 at some point. So just go back and do it now. You know, you can knock it out and get it done. And then on your profile page, this badge shows up that you have completed tier 3, right? So get it done. Get it done. Next is the private business launch with Bobby. This has been extended to April 30th. I've been posting knowledge base pages to all this stuff in the chat when I remember. I'm just going to call this PBL, personal business launch. There we go. So our, this has been a success. A lot of people have jumped on this to kickstart or even to renew their Powur business alongside our #1 recruiter in Powur, Bobby Smith. He's not doing it for his own team, but he gives new sellers that he recruits to other people, which is the reference that we made in the all-in program. So if you're all in, then you could be a part of Bobby sending you new sellers for your business. Not a guarantee, but could be. So, I'll go to the next slide here because I don't want to get too ahead of myself. So this is on Zoom. You can set this up with Bobby ahead of time. You can email Bobby. I think I got Bill coming up here. So here's what it is. So you review the personal business launch training with your leader. You schedule this, you invite your people to it, and it's a minimum of confirmed guests. You want to have at least 5 people there. We've had people with 20+ people there, and you can do this by sending an email to bobby.smith@powur.com requesting a date and a time. Lock in a date and time, and then start inviting people. Track them. Just make a Google sheet. It's the easiest thing to do. Just their names of people, contact information. Get people to show up, and just making sure. Yeah, we're gonna keep going through this a little bit faster, Jarrett. But you can go through the training and knowledge base on this. If you want to get revenue share, the #1 thing you can do is to build a team. I told the story multiple times now, but for those of you that hadn't heard it, last October, I was in Paris, France, with Rick and his significant other, Monica, and Irene and Megan. We were on a cruise on the river in front of the Eiffel Tower. I got a text message. I looked down. It was like $5,000 or $6,000 I got paid that week on a revenue share. I'm on vacation. I'm getting paid revenue share from things that, from business that people are having installed. So if you like that kind of passive income, I don't know if it's necessarily passive because I do work, but if you want to build that, then you got to build a team. You got to bring people into Powur. You got to share the good news of the platform and help other people to be successful. So this is a successful way to do that, is to have a private business launch. And the winners of the private business launch, those who have the most people, then you get to do a private launch with Jonathan Budd. Very cool.
Yeah, and I know we were up against it, but I just guys want you to think of this way. When you join Powur, you are literally becoming the CEO of your own renewable energy company that's in 30 plus states with all these different product offerings and can help people and make a freaking ton of money. I mean, you own a freaking solar company, okay? You're the CEO of a solar company. If you just spent 30, 50, 100,000, 300, $1 million owning, buying, purchasing a solar company, would you sit back and not do anything? Or would you go out and tell every freaking person that you know that you just bought a solar company, and you would have a party with balloons and pizza and those wavy whackable arm guys and a DJ, and you would have a freaking party and you would kick that shit off? There's no difference. Just because you only pay $85 a month to have everything that we just talked about, don't have an $85 a month mindset. Take the mindset of a CEO and launch this party with literally our field president will help you do it. So it's a massive, massive opportunity to take advantage of. If you have new people on the team, reach out and they'll set up a freaking launch party, and your business will explode. Jared, do you want to chime in really quick? We're running up against it.
Yeah. I just want to chime in really quick. Just so when I, just going off of what you're talking about, when I turned around and I opened up my solar company, I did a grand opening, right? And that grand opening was with the Chamber of Commerce, right? It was with, it was at a restaurant. It was about, $7,000 in with food and entertainment and music. But that's what catapulted my business. Once I got in, and I did that, and everybody in the community, which was about 200 plus people that came and was part of that, because there was wine and or dessert, and food. Then at that point, boom, business started flowing in. So these things are really important. I mean, here you don't have to have that cost, but invite people to your grand opening, bring them on with the experts, right? And you know what? You're doing somebody a dishonest if you're not sharing the opportunity.
100%. 100%. Yes, brother. So true, dude. Thank you for sharing that. All right, dude. Tom, I don't even know how we're going to get through all of this in the next few minutes.
Yeah, especially because I got a Home Depot store owner meeting in 2 minutes. So,
okay. I will just say this. Powur is tightening up our timelines. It's about time. It's incredible. I mean, if you look at the slide here, currently we go from site survey to plaza engineering and project change requests within several days. Now we are going to be doing all that within 48 hours. We are expediting a lot of this process, taking out of a lot of unnecessary communications and back and forth, and we are streamlining this puppy. I mean, they haven't even implemented this just yet, but I will tell you, my projects are flying right now. They are absolutely flying, and it's just going to even get faster. So you're going to have to go into knowledge base to check all this stuff out, because it's a little bit more complicated than I can explain within a couple of minutes. But basically, if there's like a little minor change order, I think if it's like under $1,000 in the grand scope of work, we're not even going to bother with it. You could set up your settings for automations to get through your projects faster. And yeah, Tom, you want to add on to anything about that?
Yeah, when you sell a project, within 48 hours of site survey, it's going to come back as either one of these three statuses: buildable as sold. So that means there's no changes or pricing variance within $1,000. Okay. That just means, that it gets to get pushed through, and you're going to get a notification. We'll show you that looks like in a second here. But we're no longer sending an email to the homeowner with the design to approve. It goes to the seller that's listed on the account. You can then have a link to share with your homeowner, but you've got 48 hours. If Powur doesn't hear back from you within 48 hours and it's buildable as sold, it goes to permit. It moves forward. If there are buildable with changes, so if there's $1,001 then it's going to come to you still, and you get to decide, do you want that to come out of your margin, or do you want to change something? Do you want to do a change order, change the pricing for the customer? That's buildable with changes. Or there is, a change order that is required, that it's not able to be built in the way that it was sold. And if that's the case, then again, within 48 hours, you say, okay, I want to do a change order. And you have 60 days then. 60 days is a long time, but sometimes it takes time to figure stuff out with certain customers. You got 60 days to execute that change order. And I put those details in the chat as well. This is what the new scope of work is, what SOW stands for. This is what the new scope of work experience is going to look like in the platform. And this goes live on April 24th. Yeah, 24th.
Very cool. Yeah, it's going to be an absolute game changer. Some of you guys have probably already noticed the ticketing system is revamped. It's not all tickets just funneling to a project manager and then they have to source everything out. Now you can literally place your ticket to the place where it needs to be. And once again, another game changer, breaking it up, decentralized. And we just have literally the best freaking platform in the world, and it keeps getting better and better and better. Moving on, Tom. Change orders. Yeah, go ahead.
So we've now got a specialized project team that knows all of our different processes, that is handling change orders. So we're upgrading the change order experience. And I'm going to put a link in the chat right now for change orders so everybody can go look at that.
Yeah, I mean, literally, you guys, we have a specialized team. That's all they do, is now focus on your change order. So if you need a change order, you're in communication with them. They will work on it with you. I believe you could schedule a huddle with them, talk about the nuances of the deal, and they will process it. They know all the TPO, all the different loans. They know everything, and you guys will be able to knock it out quick. So
yeah, and I just posted in the chat the the updates that are happening over the next 5 weeks now on change order process.
Very cool.
Vision.
Yeah. Oh, can I handle this one real quick?
Do it, man. Do it.
If you're still on Solo, I'm sorry. You guys had a year to learn this amazing product called Vision. And we're pulling the plug. Solo is bye-bye. And I think it's, what is it, at the end of this month on the 15th? I mean, it's coming soon. It blows my mind when I talk to people and they say, hey, I want to tag you on this deal, this and that. I'm like, have you generated a proposal? They're like, yeah, I got a Solo proposal. I was like, what are you doing? I had someone reach out to me the other day. They're like, I can't get the sun gauge thing to work. And this, I was like, are you using Solo? He's like, yeah. I'm like, what are you doing? Well, I don't have to deal with that anymore because that's not even going to be an option. All right. We are going 100%. We're going all in on Powur's proprietary proposal tool, Vision. Get certified, start using it. There's no way that we will make it as good as it humanly possibly can be if people see one little glitch or bug and then they jump over to Solo and don't report it. Now, if you see any issue, problem, the smallest little thing, there is called a bug bounty, and you can literally send an email, and I think they're going to pay you like 50 or $100 if you find something wrong with it.
Yep.
What is that? 100? Yeah, $100 now. If you can find something wrong with Vision, it is superior to Solo in every single way. And they have absolute priority support so if you have any issues with your Vision, you can get it handled in real time. Vision support at powur.com. So check that out. Make sure you guys get certified, and I don't have to hear about Solo ever again. Thank God. Over it. Okay.
Some product launches too here. So SolarEdge price reduction. So this is an average price reduction of 15% for the SolarEdge battery. Regional prices can vary on this. So if you're taking a screenshot of this, don't ask me tomorrow, how come this price doesn't match up exactly? Regional prices can vary because the pricing for different regions can vary because labor is included in this price, and labor prices vary across the US. But this is
There's also this thing called tax,
there's also this
and
thing
that
called
varies. That varies from like county to county, even. So, but yeah, this is the raw cost of the material, which is
so that a 10 kilowatt hour battery is going from 13,390 down to 11,421. You can see the other kilowatt hours there on backup configurations. It's it will be interesting to see what all the manufacturers do as Tesla Powerwall 3 gets rolled out across the US, and especially as it comes to TPO products, PPAs, and leases. Be very interesting. So competition is good, and that's what we have on our platform.
Yeah, you guys, that's a $2,000 drop on a battery. $2,000. It's like we're getting them at Costco now, or it's like it's incredible. All right. Go ahead.
You can grab the screenshot of this if anybody wants to. It's just, it's vertical integration. And so what this means is that if you pair SolarEdge inverter with storage, you must choose the Energy Hub inverter and the Energy Bank battery for optimal results. So, we're not pairing an Energy Hub, with an end-phase battery. It needs to be, you choose SolarEdge inverter, you choose a SolarEdge battery. You can see that at the bottom of this list, so there's no in-phase vertical integration changes at this time, but I think that we are moving that direction over time. And that's just to simplify things, because the simpler we can make, design, installation, the better experience for us as salespeople and also for the customer. And we've got some panel increases. You can see Jinko is going up to 420, 425. REC is jumping up to 420. And Hanwha QCells are going from 405 to 410. And we're introducing the new QCell Qtron module at 425 watts for California and Nevada. So those are made in the United States in Dalton, Georgia. It's a pretty amazing panel. If you want to look at the spec sheets for these, then check Knowledge Base and just type spec, and you'll get a huge list of more spec sheets than you could ever look at in one day. Sayonara, Everbright. Goodbye. We are simplifying our business. Everbright is just not cost competitive. We signed up with them. They increased our pricing. Many of you had to deal with that price increase. It wasn't fun. And Sunnova lowered pricing, and it's just not cost competitive. It was about 10% of our business and 90% of our operations challenges with financing companies.
I got beef with Everbright right now, bro. Like raising prices in the middle of projects. It was just super not cool practices. It's a bummer too, because I thought that they had huge potential. And then overnight they did that, but it is what it is. We don't have the time to get into all of it, but I am super excited about our relationship with Sunnova. They have proven themselves to us. They've been with us since the beginning. The partnership with Home Depot, and they just dropped a bunch of pricing for us. They're going all in with us. We're locking arms with them. It's not to say that we would never have another TPO partner, but it has to make sense. And Everbright really didn't live up to their end of the bargain. So it is what it is. And now Sunnova,
if they improve a bit, we can always add them back in the future. But right now we're moving forward with TPO with Sunnova. They've got non-backup, that's live as of April 1st. Sunnova removed the first year savings requirement in Colorado, and what it says increase, in
that's
these
how much
states
money.
right
That's
here,
increase they're paying us.
That's the increase in paying us. So you could, it's higher margin. So it's actually a price drop for us, right? Let's talk about some program launches here, Jarrett. I'm going to check who's off mute. I think we're good.
I got it.
Okay, you got it. What do you think about this team comp plan enhancement, Jarrett? Switching qualification for revenue share from being based on installations to being based on sales. That's a pretty good upgrade for us, right?
That's an incredible upgrade. As we know, projects could be delayed. There could be a wide number of issues of why your project wasn't installed within a certain time frame. It could be a MPU, it could be with the utility. And that just wasn't a good way to set up, your qualification. Now it's based on contracts, as it should be. And so it gives you the ability to be proactive and make that happen for qualifications. And then what's also cool, and Charles been pushing for this for a long time, is as we build out our teams, if selling solar is not for somebody and they end up leaving after they've been gone, I think it's like 6 months, that position compresses. So it bumps up the revenue share on your team. Very cool stuff for everyone. It makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, Austin, if you're listening, I just searched the chat. I didn't see it, but that means you'll be direct to me in a couple months here. So
yes,
So-
Larry, huge upgrade for team builders. So we don't need to get into all the details of how all that works, but just know that it is huge. But this is a freaking massive announcement, you guys. Powur is now inside of Home Depot. Partnership with Sunnova, Home Depot, Powur, all as one. This is a game changer for our team. 85 plus stores nationwide, and gives our team members the ability to invest into their company and generate leads. Christopher Collier, who had to bail, what has he got, like 7, 8 stores? Maybe more, 10 stores or something like
I
that?
think maybe 9 stores between.
Oh, actually, there he is. He's outside of one of them at the hot dog stand out front of the Home Depot now. Are you on break, bro?
Hey man, I'm slinging wieners at Home Depot. I got some mustard. Yeah, it's exciting, man. We have 9
Like
stores,
mayonnaise.
and there's no freaking way I'd be able to do this without my wife. I'm selling like crazy. We've already signed. Let's see, we've got 3 proposals out. We've already signed 1 Home Depot on Saturday, and I think I counted yesterday. We had 19 leads in our system. I took a picture of our leads. I'll put it in the chat. It's just incredible, you guys. Game changer. Game changer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I see Chris,
Game
the Solar Viking here too. Hi, Chris. Got a bunch of stores there, buddy. We're
That's right.
I mean, you can see the map here. Chris, anything that you want to say about the Home Depot partnership in your business?
It's Home Depot was the past and it's the future, right? It's what makes Sunrun great before they can jump into Costco mostly. It's what made Tesla great, right? When Tesla Solar was the biggest guy in the pond, it was because of Home Depot. So I have 6 stores, loving them all. The managers are super nice. Looks like they were not being taken care of by Sunrun, so that's why they're gone. But they're loving us. So if you have a chance to participate, do it. It's great.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
well said. We want this to be a partnership with the local store manager, different department managers. We want to know them, they know us, and we work together, to make their store more profitable, and to build their store up. So givers gain again, right? Not just BNI, but also with Home Depot. You
Dude,
can
I
see
heard
that-
about this other solar platform. They said they had an exclusive with Walmart. Okay, just put yourself in the position. Do you want to try to find homeowners and high quality leads at Walmart where people are rocking pajamas and Crocs? Or do you want to talk to homeowners and high quality leads at people who actually own homes and are going there to improve their house? These are high quality leads. This is such a huge partnership. Powur nailed it.
Take a look at that picture in the chat, and that's real time, you guys. That's just in a few days. It is taken off. I will have a record month this month, and that is no freaking lie.
It's awesome. It's awesome. All right, Tom, we do not have any more time for anything else. I mean,
Yeah,
35.
let me
Yeah.
just get to one thing here. So if you want to be involved in the Home Depot program, then take a screenshot of this, go to that QR code, fill out the information. You can be involved as a store owner potentially. That's invite only. You can be involved as a rep that is working in store, closing leads. So the link to fill out that form is in the chat or this QR code.
Tracy, take a picture of that. Make sure you scan that. All right. All right. Moving on. Anything else? So much. That's why we're trying to unpack 4.
We got
training.
like 40. We got like 40 more slides, Jarrett.
No, we don't. No, we.
That's because we
do.
want to talk about. We want to actually talk about things and not just say it and move on. Let's just keep kind of going through this, and we can pick anything that we want to talk about. So updated policies and procedures.
That's
Don't-
not fun to talk about. We don't need to
spam
talk about.
people. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but don't spam people. Not a little bit, but a couple weeks.
For sure.
Lead generation policy. We got, recognition was the leadership council. We talked about that as a part of the all-in program. Solar Centurion, you want to mention that, Jarrett? That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was freaking awesome. I didn't fill out a form, so I didn't get a page. But my girl Cynthia had my back and emailed and was like, "Yo, what's up? Jared doesn't have his page." And they said, "Oh my God, so sorry. Here's the form. Fill it out." So I'm gonna have ChatGPT write up some sick bio about me. And then get that over. No, it's cool. Once you guys hit 100 sales with the company, not only do you get like one of my favorite shirts, and that is the Solar Centurions, the all black shirt, but you get recognized and you get your own page, and it shows off all of your accomplishments and your bio and pictures and how long you've been with Powur. And it has a couple lead pages on there, like if people want to join your team or if they're interested in solar. So it's freaking cool, man. Powur loves recognizing their team members, right? And the community and the people who go all in. So yeah, it's badass.
Jarrett, what if we just do some Q&A now for the remainder? If there's any questions about stuff that we covered, the rest was mostly leaderboards.
Sure, absolutely. And we'd love to recognize everybody on the leaderboard, but we already did that at the masterclass. But yeah, if anybody has some questions, we'll stick around for a little bit. I will go ahead and wrap up this recording for now. But yeah, if we want to stick around, we can go ahead and do that. I have a few minutes. So with that being said, though, thank you everybody for coming to the training this week. And we will see you next Tuesday.